The mission of the Global Coherence Initiative is a science-based mission uniting many, many thousands of people from all around the world, right now 87 different countries, in heart-focused care and intention to help shift global consciousness from the instability and discord we often see to greater cooperation, harmony, and enduring peace. We understand that there's a state that we can enter into. The medical term for that is called psychophysiological coherence. It's a state where all of our body's systems are working in harmony, and they work off the rhythm of the heart. The heart's like the master rhythm maker in our body, and other parts of our body, other systems like digestion, respiration, immune system response, hormonal response, all those things are sort of synchronizing to what goes on in the heart. Now, what gets interesting is that the coherent state is activated by sustained positive emotion. Emotions long metaphorically associated with the word heart. And when we make that extra effort to say feel appreciation about something or feel care for something, it brings us into that coherent state. And once we're there, then those emotions come easier.
We actually see a resurgence of heart and the sense that we have to come together to make a difference in our world, that we have to cooperate, collaborate. This is a very heartening momentum. It's very inspiring and drawing more people into it because it's our nature, our inner nature, to feel connected and to want to contribute and give back.
Collectively, we create a field that interacts with the Earth's magnetic fields and energetic systems. So as each individual creates more coherence, that amplifies the coherence wave. And as more of us do that together, it creates a more stable wave that's higher in amplitude. And research has now also proven that other people who are within that field environment, that it's easier for them to find their own coherence, their own inner composure, and their own inner alignment. So then that manifests as we start treating each other with more kindness, more compassion. One of the things I like to do is ask myself at the end of the day, what did I feed the field today? How much of it was being kind for the people I interacted with, compassionate, caring, versus how much of my day was wrapped up in my to-do list or feeling irritated that things weren't moving fast enough and so on. Because it all counts. So it really is important at the end of the day, what did we feed the field?
A critical mass of people drawn intuitively to do that could potentially really impact the planetary field environment. And if that can help lift the energetics, clear the field of some of the mental and emotional pollution over the years, and bring people together in the heart, then it can really facilitate the planetary shift.
This shift in consciousness is what's required before we can really solve the problems with global hunger, for example. We have all the resources to solve that if we could just figure out how to work together. It was about 80 years ago that scientists were first putting electrodes on a person's head and seeing squiggly lines coming out and realizing that those squiggly lines changed as people's inner states changed. You know, they were different when they're asleep and when they're awake and so on. So that's really what we're doing at the planetary level now. We've got 3 electrodes on the planet right now, so to speak. These are the GCI monitoring stations. Our goal is to have 14, so we really get a more complete view of what's happening at the Earth's energetic level. Right now there's a site in Saudi Arabia, one in England and the UK, one here in California, and then shortly there'll be one in New Zealand and northern Canada, and then I think the next site will be South Africa. This is the first time in history this has been done, because these sites that we're developing for GCI are measuring something quite different than the other monitoring stations that already exist.
So joining the Global Coherence Initiative is simple. You just go to the glcoherence.org website. Once you become a member, you get access to things like teleseminars and webinars that we do and have done on very interesting topics like our science and on things like building internal coherence. You also get access to the Care Focus Room, which is a beautiful globe that you see when you go into that part of the site. And every person who logs in, it marks where their internet provider address is with a little gold light. So you see that there are people all around the world in all these different countries that are in that global care room at the same time you are. And what that does for me, it gives me a sense of that connection, like, oh gosh, there are people out there, we're all doing this right now. Another aspect of this is that when we see planetary need, It could be something like a natural disaster or a political situation where there's extra chaos going on. We send out a care focus request, and we ask the members to send their heart focus, care, and intention to help make this easier for the people that are affected. And to me, that is the beauty of the Global Coherence Initiative, is that coming together, that joining in the hearts to do something to help other folks.